Interesting facts about famous people.
John Wayne fistfight movies. Not only the most famous Western actor of all time, an icon in many ways, a tough, strong leader and a character we can all look up to and aspire to be. Today, put away your shooting irons. We will take a look at some highlights from the great fistfights that Wayne was in over a long career. Back in the early days of Westerns, Wayne and Yakima Canutt established the now accepted techniques used in fistfights today in Hollywood. If you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. Head over to my channel if you want to check out my many other videos. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I do appreciate it. Let's get into it. Sands of Iwo Jima, 1949. John Wayne turned down the film at first, since at 42 he was rather old for the part, and because he felt the public had seen enough of war films. While John Wayne was honoured to be nominated for an Academy Award for this film, he thought the nomination should have been for She Wore a Yellow Ribbon.
Get up. You doped off and got one of my men killed?
The Quiet Man, 1952. Sean Thornton has returned from America to reclaim his homestead and escape his past. Sean's eye is caught by Mary Kate Danaher, a beautiful but poor maiden, and younger sister of ill-tempered Red, Will Danaher. The riotous relationship that forms between Sean and Mary Kate, punctuated by Will's pugnacious attempts to keep them apart, form the main plot, with Sean's past as the dark undercurrent. Victor McLaughlin was 64 and in poor health at the time of filming, so his fight with John Wayne had to be filmed very carefully.
No, the back is a Queensbury room.
It's Queensbury room. Come on, get up, Marcus. Queensbury. Oh, Danaher, you're a good fight man, I'll say that for you.
Well, if it comes to that, it's been a pleasure beating you.
Thanks. I'm buying. What time is it?
5:30, sir.
Donovans Reef, 1963. A few years later, John Wayne suggested Lee Marvin should make another film with him. However, Marvin had become a major star after Cat Ballou, 1965, and told Wayne that he was no longer interested in playing supporting roles. Wayne could never really believe that Marvin was being paid $1 million per film in the late 1960s. MCHU, 1974. Police Lieutenant Lon McHugh investigates the killing of his best friend and uncovers corrupt elements of the police department dealing in confiscated drugs. Originally intended as a vehicle for Steve McQueen, it was heavily rewritten for John Wayne. The boat that McHugh lived on actually belonged to John Wayne. Wayne starred in this film along with Brannigan, 1975, because he missed out on starring in Dirty Harry, 1971. Red River, 1948. This was Howard Hawks' first Western film. There was some concern that John Wayne and Montgomery Clift would not get along, since they were diametrically opposed on all political issues, and both were outspoken on their views. According to legend, they agreed not to discuss politics, and the shooting went smoothly. However, both Wayne and Walter Brennan would not get along with Clift, and they stayed away from the young actor when not filming. Clift later turned down Dean Martin's role in Rio Bravo, 1959, because he did not want to be reunited with those two actors. The Cowboys, 1972. Bruce Dern's character's name is listed in the credits as Longhair. Within the film, the character called himself Asa Watts. If Bruce Dern turned down the role of Longhair, the part would have gone to Vince Edwards, the star of the TV series Ben Casey. When asked if he was intimidated by working with John Wayne, Bruce Dern replied, "I might have been, but right at the start he says to me, 'I want you to do us a favour.' He included himself, director Mark Rydell, and the scriptwriters. He said, 'From now on, consider me to be somebody you can publicly kick the shit out of 24 hours a day on the set, because I want these little kids, playing the Cowboys of the title, to be absolutely terrified of you.' He gave me carte blanche to just treat him like a turd, so I was on him, talking back to him and stuff, for the few days I was there, and he would do things like call out, 'Hey Mr. Dern, would you get over here?' I thought, hey, John Wayne gives you a Mr. status. My first day, he's calling me Mr. How about that? That's pretty cool." Chisum, 1970. John Wayne had some cosmetic surgery in September 1969, 1 month before filming began. Wayne was very disappointed that the stunt double was so obvious in the final fight with Forrest Tucker. According to a contemporary article in the Los Angeles Times, this was John Wayne's 200th starring role in a feature film. It also noted Wayne was in the top 10 money-making stars list for the 20th consecutive year, and for that year he was second only to Paul Newman. Legend of the Lost, 1957. John Wayne broke his leg during filming, causing a 3-week delay in the production schedule before shooting resumed in Rome at Cinecittà Studios, where interior sequences were shot. In his autobiography, Jack Cardiff recalled that on the first day of shooting, John Wayne, who was supposed to be playing a foreign legionnaire, arrived on location wearing a cowboy outfit. When he asked director Henry Hathaway why this was, he looked at Cardiff as if he were mad and exclaimed, "He always wears a cowboy outfit." North to Alaska, 1960. In the final fight scene, you can actually see John Wayne without his wig as he falls backwards after being punched. At one point, this was envisaged as a re-teaming for John Wayne and Dean Martin after their huge success with Rio Bravo, 1959, and with Howard Hawks back to direct. Although they were playing brothers, Stuart Granger was 30 years older than Fabian. McClintock, 1963. Maureen O'Hara wrote in her autobiography that the famous climactic spanking scene was completely authentic and that John Wayne carried it out with such gusto that she had bruises for a week. The mud hole in which the famous brawl took place was made of mud consisting of bentonite, a type of clay which is used in the drilling of oil wells and has the consistency of chocolate syrup. According to Leo Gordon, the first one to be knocked down it, that scene took a week to shoot. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.